In this video, we'll get an introduction to Google Forms, Google's tool for collecting information through surveys or questionnaires. Like with Google's other apps, you can access Forms from your main landing page. Click the dots icon to open the list of apps, and if you don't see Forms, look under More. You can drag the Forms icon up to the main section. And also similar to Google's other apps, you can start from a blank template or from one of Google's predefined templates. I'll start here with a blank form. This form will be used to gather information from my history students as they begin middle school. The form starts out without a title, but whatever I add here as the form title will automatically be used as the title once I click in the title field. I could change this title if needed. You can also enter a brief description of the form to inform the students receiving the form about what you're looking for. For the form itself, I can choose from a variety of question types. The first question will be, "What is your name?" and Google automatically chooses the short answer format. If you see a different format selected, click the drop-down arrow and choose Short Answer. If I set this question as required, students filling out the form won't be able to continue until they answer. I'll click the plus icon over here to start the next question. Why is the study of history important? This type of question needs space for a potentially long answer, so this format should be paragraph. For the third question, I'll ask which elementary school they attended. This answer should be multiple choice. I'll list the first school, then click Add Option or press Enter, and continue adding others. Since I may also have students who moved into the school district recently, I also want a space for Other. Additional display options for this question could be checkbox or drop-down. But multiple choice makes sense here because it requires a single answer. If I want to reorder questions, I can click this icon at the top of the question I want to move. Then I can drag and drop the question into its new slot. If I add a new question now, it will be placed after this one because this is the currently active question. So I'll click the third question to make it active, then add the new question. My fourth question will ask students how they like to learn, and this question can have more than one answer. So I'll choose the checkboxes format. Next, I want to assess how comfortable students are with computers in general. This will be a linear scale question, with 1 being defined as not comfortable and 5 defined as very comfortable. Another question type is multiple choice grid. This will be a series of items that each require a linear scale answer. I'll ask about my students' experience level with the various Google apps the class will be using, such as Google Docs or Google Sheets. The 3 choices I'll provide for this grid are never used, sometimes used, and used often. My last question will ask when the student would like to meet. I'll have one question to set a date and another to set a time. Now that my form is complete and I'm ready to send it out, I'll click the gear icon to open the form's settings. The General tab enables me to collect email addresses, limit students to 1 response each, or set whether students can change their answers after they submit, or see a summary of all responses. The Presentation tab controls whether the students will see how far along they are in the questions, whether the question order can be changed, or a link to submit another response. I can also add a message that will appear once the form is completed and submitted. The Color Palette icon enables you to change the form's background color. You can also upload an image for the background, or choose one of the themes. The eye icon is for previewing your form before you send it out. You should always preview first to check that everything works as you intended. If you want to make any changes, you can click the pencil icon. When everything is ready to go, click Send. You can enter each student's email or a Google group name, or you can click the link icon. If you copy the link, you can send the link to students via a group email or in a Google Doc. As a student filling in the form, here's what I see once I click the invitation link. After I fill out the form, I click Submit and see the message that was entered in the presentation settings. As the teacher, I can see the number of responses as they come in. Google compiles the data and organizes everything into easy-to-read charts and diagrams. If I want to compile all responses into a spreadsheet, I can click this icon. This creates a new Google Sheet in a separate tab, in which all questions are column headers and each student's submittal appears on its own row. This is very helpful for filtering and sorting data.